Okay, we're in lesson 3, Sprites. Again, read the overview, vocabulary, new code, and resources. And roll on to the next one. Watch the video. Think about the questions. What is a sprite? What are properties? What problems do sprites solve? Make sure and watch the video. Then I want you to read over the documentation about sprites. Again, a sprite is just something you can name it anything you want. You could name it cheese ball and it would work just the same, but you're calling it a sprite. So, continue. And the first thing you want to do, creating sprites. Variable sprite equals create sprite, creates a new sprite and assigns it a variable. So we're going to add variable sprite, create sprite, 200, 200 under creating sprites. Here's creating sprites. Here's our sprites tab. And here it is. So I'm going to grab this, place it between. Now I'm going to run it, and it should look just like this. Oh, we didn't follow directions. Add, draw sprites under the comment drawing, right? So I didn't add draw sprite, so it didn't draw the sprite. Now I draw the sprite. Let's run it. There it is. Remember, we have to follow all the directions, especially in coding. Any one thing that goes wrong, and the whole thing usually will not work correctly. So, let's go to the next one. Okay, by looking at the code, variable mySprite, create sprite at 300, 100. 300 being crossways and 100 being up and down. So this would be the x-axis is left and right. Y-axis would be north and south, up and down. So it's at 300, 100. Is it going to be at A, B, C, or D? Let's look at our grid. You can see right here, this is 200, 200, 300, 200, 300, 100. So it's going to be right around here is where I would guess. So it should be B, hopefully. Let's check it out. And it is. All right. All right, next thing, debug. We want 2 boxes, 2 sprites. Let's run it. We only have 1 sprite on the left, right? So we've got the left sprite, create sprite at 100, 200, which is right there, that's good. Then you got your right sprite at 300, 200, not showing. The reason for that is our draw sprites needs to be at the end, not in the middle. So let's reset and run it again. And we've got it. Awesome. On to the next one. Adding videos or adding images. Watch this video. Pay attention. Think about the steps to adding an image to a sprite. Different ways to get images. Let's go. Read through this. Understand the animations tab. Just read through it, and then once you start playing with it, you'll get a better understanding. Here we go. Okay, over the Animations tab. This is our Animations tab right here. Let's check it out. In our animations, we have 3 at this point. Right, we can modify it. Right, whatever. So we have 3 images. What we're going to do, change the sprite to your favorite image. Change the input to set image command on your block to the look of the sprite. So right now, our variable is cool sprite equals create sprite at 300, 300. And our cool sprite animation is going to be the alien at this point, right? And then we're drawing the sprite. So let's run it. There's our alien. If we want to change it, we just click here. We can change it to the bunny. Oh, how cute. Change it to the flybot. Whatever we want. Again, remember, the variable is you're creating the sprite, right? You're creating the sprite at 300, 300. That's the size of your sprite, right? So the sprite is going to be the alien. So these two have to match up. And whatever this information is what this is going to be. And then you have to put draw sprites to actually draw the sprite. Let's do this. Alright, now we're going to upload our own image, right? So we're going to find a kite that we'd like to use. We'll click on a new tab, go to Google, and let's find a kite. Images. And let's find something we like. This is fine. So I'm going to right click, save picture as. If you're in Google Chrome, you just go save image as. It's the same thing. Give it a name, kite RD. I'm going to save it to my desktop so I know where it is. Close this out. Now, I've downloaded my image, so I go to Animation, New Animation. I'm going to upload an image. I'm going to find that kite file, kite RD, open, and here it is, right? Now I want to click clear of this name so it's a lot easier to be clean, right? You want clean code, easy to read. So we're just going to write kite. So it's just called kite now. So I've done that. I've selected my file. I renamed it. And now in code mode, I'm going to add Sprite Set Animation to make the sprite show up. So I go to my sprites, Sprite Set Animation. Right? Now remember to our last lesson. The variable has to match, right? Cool sprite, cool sprite. So let's go back to lesson 10. Sprites, Sprite Set Animation. Okay, we have to make a match. Sprite, sprite, right? And then we're going to choose the animation. We just uploaded kite, so there it is. So now our code is saying the variable sprite is going to be at 350. That's up here, right? It's around here. And the animation it's actually going to be is the kite, right? Let's run it. And there it is. It's kind of big, so we'll work on that later. We've got it. Okay, now we're going to resize with the scale because it's too big. To do this, we're going to use a new block called Sprite Scale. It'll let you change the sprite. So, scale 1 is normal, 0.5 would be half, and 2 would be twice as big. So it's just like fonts. So let's run and see where we're at right now. It's big. So now let's add Sprite Scale. Sprite Scale. Drop it on. Right? And 1 would be the exact size, but we want it smaller. So let's go 0.5. Let's check it out. Hey, it's smaller. If we want it even smaller, 0.25. There it is, even smaller. We did it.